Take a load off on my private.
Hello, motherfuckers. Y'all know what time it is. I got a story time. Look, by the end of all of my story times, y'all gonna see why I got PTSD. But anyway, this is a good one. Well, it's a juicy one, but it's a good one, but it was traumatizing at the time. Okay. Mind you, all of this happened years ago. You know, I don't have the same lifestyle. I don't run with the same people that I used to. You know, I'm hoping that some of these story times that I'm telling you guys help you recognize the change in me over the years. You know, how I carry myself, the things I'm involved in, you know. So, anyway. This is a story time on when I got robbed at Point, okay? This would happen back in 2000, I'll say back in 2018. And I'm going to say this again because I said it in my last story time too, that when you participate in a certain lifestyle and you do certain things, you know, you can expect that to reflect on your life somehow in a negative way if it's negative things, and in a good way if it's good things that you're involved in. You become the company you're surrounded by, you know. Just be smart about the way you carry yourself when you do certain things. Back in this time, I was hustling. I'm not going to say too much triggering words and stuff like that because, you know, eventually I want to be monetized or whatever. And I don't want them to put age restrictions on my videos, so I try to keep it, the language and stuff under wraps, especially during my story times. But I was hustling, okay? And one day, somebody came to my door and was like, I want what you got. Gave me the money. I closed the door, counted the money, and it wasn't enough for what they got. So I opened the door, threw the money on the porch, and I'm like, stop playing at my door. And, you know, and it's like, and I'm going to take it back one day before. 3 cats came to me looking for what I had. And I was like, how'd y'all hear about me? Like, because I didn't know these people. That's mistake number 1 right there. I didn't know these people. But I took care of them. I served them. They left. They was like, when I asked them how y'all here, they was like, oh, it's out there. It's out in the street or whatever, you know, people here, you know. And I'm like, yeah, when you're doing good, that usually happens whether you want it to or not, whether you try to be a low key or not. If you thumping, the streets is going to know. So the wrong group found out that I was thumping. So that was the first encounter with these people. The second encounter, when they threw the money gave me the money asking for more than what they had in their hand. I threw the money out the door, and the 2 dudes was off to the left, and dude was right here. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, I felt like that was the first attempt. It might have been the next day or 2 days later, just after dark. It was in October. It was early, but it was after dark because it was October. And I just got my back door replaced. I didn't have a peephole. I'm waiting for my people to pull up because I'm low on what I got. And people calling my phone asking for what I got. And it's like, I'm rushing, and then I get a knock at the door. I'm expecting my dude to pull up with what I got. So I swing the door open, boom. It's like, this was in my face, like, it was 3 of them right there, like this. They pushed their way in. It happened fast as lightning. And then he was like, get down on the ground. Everybody was kind of shouting different orders at me. You know what I'm saying? But the dude with the gun is the one I was listening. That's the only one I heard, right? Because he had it pointed at me. He was like, "Yeah," and I could tell it was young guys because he was doing a lot of talking. His two boys was going through my, taking whatever I had, and he was like, get down and crawl to the money and extra shit that a professional G would not do. They would get in and get out. Fuck all the talking, fuck all the motions and shit. That's how they was kids, But they had guns nonetheless, and those are the most dangerous ones, the one that don't know what the fuck they doing. Kids don't have no fear because they watch too many of these music videos, and they don't know they out here effing with grown folk though. But anyway, so they going through my stuff, and he's like, "Where's the weapons and all of this?" And I'm like, "I don't even go like that, dog." Like, but so they ran out. Like, it happened real fast. They took what I had, They took everything down to the clip that I had in the ashtray, like petty, just kid shit, So the moral to this is, I got an idea who did it. A couple years later, a cat walked up to me outside the store like, "Yo, you still effing with the whatever?" And I'm like, "Nah," but I recognized his voice. But I didn't know him. I never served him. And I'm like, how he know and why? Like, so that was an alarm, right? A couple weeks later, I'm on YouTube. I'm always on YouTube. I'm a YouTuber too, So I see these 3 cats in a, homemade music video posted on there. I'm like, that's them. That is them because of everything that I could remember. I remembered their height, their build. I couldn't see their face. They had cloth all around, scarves all around their face. I could barely even see their eyes because I keep it blacked out in my house at night, like, because I move like that, so nobody can clock what room I'm in. Like, it was just dark in here, and I was rushing around like that. Everything that could like cause you to slack on your pimping or slip happened that night. And I didn't even ask who. I was like, "Yo," and I swung the door open while I was talking. Like, there's a lot of violations that I made in that caused that. And, another one was serving where you lay at, And another factor was I'm a female, and I was stumping. Like, these kids and these cats out here, even grown men, they don't want to see that. They like, how can she and not me? Like, we are not capable. Like, so you just got to be careful. And when you run with that lifestyle, that come with it, okay? That come with it. It's going to always be somebody that want what you got, but they don't want to work for it. They don't want to hustle for it. And that's what anything good in life and bad when it comes to anything as far as a hustle, whether it's legal or not, it's always somebody that's going to want to take your thunder, You doing it too easy for them, and they don't want to put in the work. They feel like taking it is going to, is easier, It's no code no more to the street. I don't live that life anymore anyway. So, most acts of violence around, and when you in an area like this and in a lifestyle like that, it's because you involved in it. Most of the time when things like that happen, it's because you running with it. You running with them, and it's a part of life when you live in that lifestyle. And so I recommend that you don't live that lifestyle because it's going to be somebody that hates on you. But I think I know who it is, and things just kind of lined up years later. But, I'm a totally different person now. I'm not involved with people like that. And I haven't had any trouble, and you shouldn't, I could see the things like walking in the alley and getting robbed and stuff, because random things like that happen anywhere, especially in a city like where I live at. But things like what happened to me, you know, if I wasn't doing what I was doing, they wouldn't have been at my door, that's for sure. So remember that when y'all out here doing what y'all do. Be legit, be safe. And y'all haters, stick to the code, yo. Get it on your own. You a lame. You think the universe gonna favor you if you stealing it? Come on, yo. But anyway, that was terrifying. Added to the list of the things that gave me PTSD. I thank God that I'm safe and that I lived through it, because often people don't, yo. And I don't know if I'm a kitty cat by nature, but I'm clocking my lives, y'all, because I done been through some shit. And I'm going to start sharing my story times with y'all. Just so y'all get comfortable, hit me up at Elizabeth Johnson Walker 4193 at Gmail. Elizabeth Johnson Walker 4193 at gmail.com. Email me your anonymous story times. I'm getting better at this, y'all. I'm opening up to y'all and spilling my tea to y'all. So let me do that for y'all in secret on my channel. I know y'all watching. I got my followers in here that's always in the comments. I hope y'all like this one. But just remember, you do dirt, you get dirt. Like, the universe don't favor people that act that way. No matter what type of hustle you have, whether it's legal or not. Like, when you do dirt like that, that's it. That's it. Like, you're going to pay for it. Karma's going to come back eventually, you know, without me even having to do nothing. I leave that into God's hands and the universe's hands, you know. So I'm safe and sound, and I'm glad. I hope y'all enjoyed my story time. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Hit every button you can hit. Share this. Tell your people. Subscribe to my channel from your people phone, because I'm getting better with my content, guys. All right, guys. I want y'all to be safe out here in these streets. I hope y'all enjoyed my story time. I'll tell yours if you want me to. Email me. I'll put it in the description, guys. All right. I want y'all to be safe out here. Holla.
Take a load off on my private.